FM 105, Triple M with Kevin Hillier and the D-Generation. Good morning. It looks like it's been a good day too, particularly weather-wise. Some sunny periods, dry, mild, around about 21 degrees, and weather like that for the next couple of days, even into the mid-20s by the start of the weekend. It was great. It's
In the mid-1830s, John Batman, an adventurer and pastoralist, purchased lands from the local Aborigines. Within a year, a settlement was established. Named after the British Prime Minister of the day, it became known to us as Melbourne. Today, it's a sprawling, busy city of 3 million people. It's Australia's rapidly growing financial capital. While attracting residents from all over the globe, it has developed a modern, vibrant, and surprisingly cosmopolitan flavour. Yet beneath this bustle is a charming old-world city which rekindles a nostalgia for times past. Times obviously of great gentility and unhurried elegance. In fitting with Melbourne's cosmopolitan face, we play host to many of the world's most prestigious fashion houses. Indeed, Melbourne is considered the fashion centre of Australia. For the visitor, this makes the Paris end of Collins Street a shopper's dream. Our city forefathers enjoyed shopping too, and as a legacy to their mercantile zeal, Melbourne is crisscrossed by charming arcades that date back to boom times during the Great Australian Gold Rush. These arcades make for quiet, interesting walks to uncover for the visitor those secret shopping niches that the locals would otherwise keep for themselves. Opulence from the days of gold are also reflected in the old theatres, the offices of government and other public buildings. These have been carefully preserved as a reminder of the regal splendour of our Victorian past. The domestic architecture of old Melbourne makes a walk in the inner city suburbs a meander back into an age of refinement. In leafy avenues, you'll find rows of tidy terrace housing that date back to the turn of the century. Each is decorated in the pretty cast iron lacework of the period. Each too bears that renowned architectural device that has become the hallmark of colonial gentility and grace. With each is seen the greatly cherished and now lovingly reproduced Australian veranda. Given such pretty housing, it wouldn't surprise us if all the locals were stay-at-home bodies. But the many generous Melbourne parks and leafy boulevards lure Melburnians out to a host of recreational activities for people of all ages. Some venture into the manicured 19th century landscape of the Royal Botanic Gardens. There, in surprisingly close proximity to the city, one can spend a peaceful, idyllic moment with the children on the shores of the lake, sharing a lunch with the birds, or very simply relaxing in the sun. A wander over the 36-hectare site will reveal more than 10,000 different and fascinating plant species. So Melbourne is a thriving city which nestles in a belt of lush parkland. A parkland that is a legacy of our generous forefathers. From this legacy, we have inherited a proud title. Victoria is most often called the Garden State. More contemporary minds, though, have given us a series of lively malls and walkways that provide visitors with easy access to over 2,000 shops in the city centre. The atmosphere there is fun. It's upmarket, but definitely Australian casual. It's an easy place to shop, and if you love a bargain, you really mustn't miss the excitement of the summer or winter sales. Surrounded by a fertile hinterland, Melbourne has an abundance of tasty and inexpensive fresh produce. No visitor should miss the chance to see the colourful Victoria market. There, the fancy goods, flavours, tastes and specialties of many lands share a common roof. The buyer walks from stall to stall, buffeted by the din, the bustle, all the aromas, the clamour, the full sensual experience of one of the world's last great city markets. Here, like the city itself, the Asians, the Europeans, the old Anglo-Saxons and the rest share a harmonious though rowdy setting which is a delight to the senses. March in Melbourne is festival time, and Moomba is the Melbourne word for festival. It's the people's annual fun festival, and visitors have always found March a great time to meet the locals and witness the true eccentricities of Aussies having a good time.
making their way down Swanson Street. We've got an estimated 500,000 people here this afternoon, folks, watching the Melbourne Moomba parade.
It's that sort of event where everyone can join in. Well, almost everyone. Moomba is 10 days of processions, concerts, water sports, art exhibitions, fireworks and frivolity. It's a time to witness the odd patchwork fabric of old Melbourne town at its best.
And now it's the popular city band with 40 band members having some great music.